Good morning, it's time again to do a hillfort tour. This time we are at Moncreiffe Hill, and there's two hillforts there. One is called Margin-Top and one is called Moncreiffe Hill. So if you look behind me, you can see a lot of clouds on the hills. So the weather today is a little bit more wet, you could say, and I'll introduce you to a Scots word which you may or may not know, and the word is dreich. How do you pronounce it?
Dreich.
So it refers to a wet and murky day like today, so you would say it's a dreich day today. Let's go. So here behind me you see Moredun, and that's where we're going to go first. These are typically Pictish carvings. Of course they're not original, but they're in the style. That's Clickimin Hill over there, hiding under the cloud. Some interesting sculptures right there. So that is Moredun right in front of us. It goes all the way over there, so we've got a bit of a path over there leading up there, so that might be the original entrance. But we'll be able to see more from the top as usual. That's the advantage of such weather, it just looks amazing. So Moredun has been excavated, and here's a recreation of what it could have looked like. So you've got that lower slope that we've seen first, and then the top. From the drawing, they seem to be suggesting that the way up is this very path that we're about to take. It is of course rather steep on this side of the hill. And the path that we pointed at earlier would have come from right there, leading up this slope.
So this is the Brach of Margin-Top. This was excavated when I was here, although I wasn't working on this particular part of the excavation as a volunteer. But in the past there would have been a massive stone building on top of this bit here. Typical of some of the other places that we visited, but of course all of the top is completely gone, but they found the remains of the walls during excavation, and they found quite a few artefacts as well in amongst it.
Such as?
I think beads, parts for bracelets, ingots, I think.
Here we are in the middle of the Broch. Good views, very circular. There's a lower level with ramparts down there. And that's the top over there. That's where we're going to go next. Yeah, you can very clearly see the ramparts all around, all the way. That's the Broch over there. So down there you see the River Erne, and it flows along there, and then it flows into the River Tay, which is just over there, And there's a battle called the Battle of the Two Rivers, which may refer to these two rivers meeting.
Yeah, so the Battle of Two Rivers took place in the context of Northumbrian, sort of Anglo-Saxon attempts to dominate the Picts, who were the local people in this area. And the Northumbrian king Edgefrith defeated the Picts at the Battle of Two Rivers. The site of the battle is definitely not certain, but I'm guessing that it could refer to the Erne and the Tay, because it's around this area that they meet off to the east there, which you can't see from here. And this could also have been the site of the Battle of Moncreiff between the Romans and the Picts, where the Romans defeated the Picts. Because the name Moncrief corresponds etymologically to Mons Graupius, the only problem with that idea is the fact that the account of the battle that's given by the Roman historian Tacitus, he doesn't mention any rivers, and they're quite clear features of the landscape in this area. So I maintain it as a possibility. Nobody really knows where the Battle of Mons Graupius was fought, and it's the same for the Battle of Two Rivers, but I just think it's a possibility. So this appears to be a well, and I'm guessing it would have actually been originally part of the Hillfort. It might be a later addition, but I don't think there was anything else built here. I think it's very likely that this is some sort of leftover.
So we're coming closer to Moncreiffe Hill, Hillfort. It's right over there. Here you have a picture from the air that shows you both of the Hillforts. So Moredun, where we were just now, and then Moncrief. There's a forest in between them, so you can't really see one from the other. But here's a recreation of Moncreiffe Hillfort. Apparently Moncreiffe Hill means hill of the tree in Gaelic. Very atmospheric today. You can just about see the River Erne in the distance. And the Margin-Top is up there just behind the forest. This is top of Moncreiffe Hillfort. It's fairly flat. It's been excavated as well. There's not quite as much known about it as about Moredun-Top, is there?
Yeah, it's said on the sign that they found some shale bracelets, stone lamps and quernstones, but I don't think they found much else.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not even sure when this Hillfort is supposed to date from.
This possibly could be the way up. Nice and gradual slope up to the top. There's a lot of strange things in this forest. It looks like an orange, but it's some kind of play area for children, I'm pretty sure. A woodlouse.
And in Scotland we use the colloquial term slaters for these.
There's There's a view in the Scottish city of Perth. I think that's supposed to be a falcon, but to me it just looks like a penguin. Not that that's a bad thing, I do like penguins.